Hey, my beautiful people. I want to talk to you guys how we need to stop memorializing trauma in history, which upholds curses. You uphold the curse by memorializing it. One that I'm talking about in particular is the Rosewood Massacre. I'm about to break down to you how memorializing this, honoring this, remembering this, even though we think that we're paying homage, is actually upholding a curse that is hurting us as a people. If you are not familiar with the Rosewood Massacre, it happened in 1923 in Rosewood, Florida. This was a predominantly black town. The KKK came in and destroyed this town and killed members of this town. It was said that a black man raped a white woman, so they came for destruction. The people were able to flee, but there also were a lot of deaths. But they also had the help of what they say of this man named John Wright. And John Wright was a white man that owned a store. If you go to Rosewood, Florida right now, by the landmarker, that store, his home, is still standing. The only structure that's still standing. It is memorialized. People think that they're going to pay homage. And I know I've said this more than once, but it's a reason for that. It is memorialized. Let this sink in. It is not coincidence that John Wright, I want you to remember his name, that his home was the only structure that stands and that it is memorialized. So in 2023, there was this lady named Lizzie Jenkins who said she was a descendant of Rosewood. She spoke about her family and how they came to Rosewood. She is a descendant of the family named the McIntyre family, which lived in Cedar Keys. Well, in 1896, there was a hurricane that drove them out of Cedar Keys, and that's how they ended up in Rosewood. Remember, her family, she is a descendant of a family named McIntyre. So the reason I'm telling you guys is because this vision came to me and showed me that it was a curse. The name has cursed people, black people. So let me bring your attention back to the store owner, John Wright, that supposedly helped the black people in Rosewood. Let's look at his last name, Wright. The origin of the name Wright is Old English. And it was pronounced in Old English as writer, meaning a worker. It is an occupational surname, meaning somebody who works, somebody like a carpenter, somebody like a craftsman. Hence, he was the store owner. Now, like I said, the name is Old English, but its origin is from English and Scottish. And Scottish people would say the name McIntyre. That's their version of the name Wright. So Lizzie says that she is a descendant of the McIntyres, and as I just explained to you where it came from, we know that's a given name, right? And what do they say about a name? A name means everything. A name tells your story. You still gonna hear a name after you dead and gone. What has been going on right now with all this memorializing, talking about statues, all that kind of stuff like that? But what has to happen before they can do this? A disaster, chaos. So there was a disaster for the McIntyre family to get to Rosewood. And then there's a disaster in Rosewood with the McIntyre family and other people of Rosewood. So now you have the Wright store that's up and being memorialized, and they live on while we continue to be cursed. So guess what they did? The old switcheroo. That's how they used our energy. Unknowingly, you did not know this. So you did not know you were cursed in this capacity. So by them doing this, destroying that town, memorializing their name, they are upholding the ideology of white supremacy, using black people's energy to continue their rituals so they can uphold themselves in power. So what does this mean for black people? Stop honoring this. Stop memorializing this. Give it no more energy. Pay it no more mind. Act as if the Rosewood Massacre never happened. Do not go and see that structure, the right house. Stop talking about it. Erase it from your memory. This may be a hard truth for a lot of you guys to understand, but it's a must. That's how they're able to keep going. That's where the curse lies.